Hopefully y'all can see okay. Because I'm trying to do this by myself. Ordinarily, I have my husband set up my camera. Anyway, Tracy, Trials of a Long-Haired Girl here. I am coming at you with a collab video. My favorite Instant Pot recipe. And honestly, this is the first time I've tried this in the Instant Pot, but we love fried rice. So I really feel like this one is going to be a winner. I went on Pinterest and found a recipe that sounded like what I was familiar with. It's probably not going to be perfect because nothing on my channel really ever is. However, what you need, the recipe that I found called for 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'm going to do 1 to try to keep the points down. And instead of the soy sauce, which you could use, I am using the Bragg liquid aminos. My husband will probably still add more soy sauce. It also calls, the original recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm going to use this one. And quite honestly, I just put in the tracker to use 1. It also calls for jasmine rice. My husband and I have a big bag of basmati brown rice, so he actually has already cooked this up, so I'm going to use this. 8 ounces of chicken breast, which I have already cooked up and it's already shredded. 4 eggs. And quite honestly, because I'm trying to use stuff up, the remains of the green onions that were kind of going bad. So I'm going to use the rest of these up. These are the tips and then, you know, the ends. What else? Oh, it also calls for sesame seeds for garnish, but I haven't gotten those out yet, and I'm not sure that we're even going to use them. And then I have the Kroger teriyaki stir fry. I am not going to use the packet in here. If you use the packet, it is obviously more points. But like the vegetables in this, it has broccoli florets, Brussels sprouts, broccoli stalk, red cabbage, kale, carrots, snow peas or snap peas, teriyaki sauce, which again, not using. Yeah. This recipe, and I got the big bag because this was cheaper. It was on clearance, and it was better than the, it was a better price point than the smaller size. And who can't use more vegetables? Also, this calls for frozen peas and carrots, but I'm using the stir fry blend instead. It also calls for rice vinegar, which I don't have. So I'm not using it. It also calls for corn, but my son is allergic, so I don't use corn. So basically, the points for this, it's not super point friendly, to be quite honest, for green and blue. It's 13 points on blue, 16 points on green, and 3 points on purple. So this is very purple friendly, but not so much for the other plans. Okay, since I did not cook my rice in the Instant Pot, which is what it says to do initially, it says to make your fried rice, use a rice strainer, rinse the rice until it's no longer cloudy. Once the water is clear, let it drain for 10 to 15 minutes. Let the rice sit in the Instant Pot with 2 cups of water, stir, close the lid, point the valve to ceiling. Select manual or pressure cook, cook on high for 3 minutes. And I suspect he's talking about regular white rice, but again, we're using brown rice, so yeah. Then, so I don't have to do the pressure release or anything. We've already, you know, the rice is done. So, what I will need to do, is turn it on to saute. Get my tablespoon. We're going to put our sesame oil in the bottom. Put in the onion. I say it every time, but Anita, thank you for suggesting the Spurtle because this is amazing. It works really well for me with the Instant Pot. I mean, y'all, I'm short. Obviously, I'm 4'10". So, honestly, you will see me, I'm sure, go up and down off of this step stool. But I do what I have to do to enable me to be able to use my Instant Pot. So, yeah. And for those of y'all that don't know, I am 4'10". My husband is 6'2", so he doesn't have the short problems. And he could probably see just fine in here, but I do most of the cooking, so yeah, there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and open my bag of vegetables. So what it says is to saute the onions for 1 to 2 minutes, and then it says to put your peas and carrots in there. But since I'm using this, I'm sticking it. Oh, there's another teriyaki packet. I'm just putting this entire thing in here because, you know, again, more vegetables. Why not? So I'm just going to let these cook down a little bit. I don't know about y'all. I have a great love for the vegetables that you can get from the Chinese restaurant. They make me very happy. While that is cooking down, I'm going to go ahead and crack my eggs into this bowl, and then when I'm ready, that way I can make sure I don't have any shells, and that way when I'm ready, I can just throw them all in the bottom. This is one of those times, honestly, I kind of wish I had the bigger Instant Pot. In his recipe, he says that he actually, or I say it's a he, I don't know if it's a he, but this person actually has the 8 quart, I believe is what I saw. Been too hearty, so yes, I think that is a man. But yeah, I believe in the blog that I got this from off of Pinterest, which is where I found it. It's hibachi fried rice. I believe he mentions on his blog that he in fact has an egg quart, and that's what he typically uses to make his fried rice in. Just trying to make sure this is all good and cooked down because I am using a ton of veggies. But that package is really, it's cooking down pretty well. But yeah, part of the reason why I chose to make the fried rice, even though we're not doing everything in the Instant Pot like the recipe calls for, because we already have the cooked rice, is simply because fried rice it's truly one of our favorites. It's something we get every time we go to the Chinese restaurants, even if we're getting it to go. It's been a big family favorite. Okay, I think this is cooked down enough. We are going to put in our butter. And let it kind of melt. Okay. And go our eggs. And then it says once the eggs begin to cook, mix everything together. Y'all, I wish you could smell this. This smells amazing. And then it says to cancel the saute function and turn it on keep warm and put your rice back in there. I put this in to do 4 cups of rice, so I hope I have 4 cups of rice. Okay, I have just a little bit more than 4 cups of rice, but I'm going to put everything in there because I feel silly putting less than a cup of rice back in the refrigerator. And then we're just going to mix this around so that the rice can get warmed up. And you know what? I am at this time, because he doesn't say it in his recipe, I am also going to go ahead and put in my 8 ounces of chicken. Again, I just cooked my chicken with some water in my slow cooker, because I needed to milk that chicken for a chicken pot pie and some other things. And to eat on this week, to be quite honest. because I'm really trying to stay on plan. And while this was more vegetables than they called for, quite honestly, I feel like we're still going to have a good mix of rice and vegetables. Yeah. I think maybe next time I do this, this sauce, or this, the next time I get this brand of stir-fry vegetables, I think I may cut up my carrots a little bit. That's one of the smaller ones. So yeah, I kind of feel like maybe those need to be a little bit smaller. I'm going to check and see if it's actually warmed up yet. I'm going to add a little bit of water, about a half a cup. To kind of get this going. So, because I don't really want it to burn to the bottom since I'm using already cooked rice and it still needs to warm up a little bit. And honestly, I put this in to be 4 servings in the recipe builder. But this is clearly going to be a lot of food. And I'm not offended. Okay. And y'all, these spurtles, while it's not the exact ones that I have, they are available on Amazon. The brand that I have is on Amazon, but they have, the ones that I saw were for a silicone one, which would probably be just fine. The ones that I have are wooden. It's the Mad Hungry brand. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and add in my coconut aminos. And give that a stir. A little bit more. So I'm going to add in another tablespoon. Do you see how much that makes? I mean, that's over half my Instant Pot. So, but there you go. And then in order to make your rice in the Instant Pot, according to his directions, again, I think it's for white rice. And again, he calls for the jasmine rice. We use basmati, which based on my Google search from a while back, it actually, a lot of places use them interchangeably. So, you know what? I'm just going to reuse this chicken bowl. I would ordinarily be a little more precise, but I'm not. Not right now, anyway. Okay. Here we go. Make sure I have some rice. That's pretty good. It's loaded with vegetables. It's got the brown rice. It's got chicken. I know chicken is not free or not 0 points on the green plan. But yeah, this is a really good choice for the purple plan. And honestly, like the restaurant chicken fried rice that we had been buying, according to the app, is like 8 points. So, and that's on purple. So for this, for me, making it here, knowing what all is in it, that takes it down for me about 5 points. So, you know, this bowl and probably a little more for 3 points, you can't beat that with a stick, in my opinion. Thank you so much to Kim, a girl on her phone, for putting this all together. I am very excited because this is going to be really good tonight. I am looking forward to it, and if there are any leftovers, I suspect this may be what we're having. So anyway, have a great night, y'all. I look forward to talking to everyone soon.